20 stunning indoor plants you can grow in water. Easy water gardening for beginners. Hello dear friends, and welcome back to Earthly Delights. If you've ever found yourself daydreaming about a lush, calming corner of green in your busy home, if you're someone who craves the beauty of nature but juggles a fast-paced life, if you long for an effortless, mess-free way to bring plants into your living space, then today's journey is crafted just for you. You see, in our modern, digital world, we don't always have the time or the patience for complicated plant care. But deep down, many of us still carry the ancient longing to nurture life, to watch something grow quietly beside us. And the good news is, it doesn't have to be complicated at all. Today, we're diving into a magical path, 20 stunning plants you can grow purely in water. No soil, no mess, just pure, simple green life at your fingertips. It's perfect for anyone who loves clean interiors, cozy nooks, and the serenity that only living plants can offer. Whether you're living in a sunlit apartment, a small suburban home, or a bustling city studio, there's a way for you to connect with nature effortlessly. You don't need a green thumb. You don't need fancy gear. All you need is a little curiosity, a clear glass of water, and the willingness to begin. So grab your favorite cozy seat, and let's explore together, plant by plant, the quiet, beautiful world you can build starting today. And before we begin, if you love nurturing life and uncovering simple, joyful ways to make your home a sanctuary, don't forget to subscribe to Earthly Delights and join our growing family. Part 1. Leafy Legends, Plants That Root Like Magic. Let's begin our journey with the magical world of leafy legends, plants so charming and forgiving that even first-time growers can feel like seasoned gardeners. African Violet. The African violet has been a beloved houseplant for generations, admired for its velvety leaves and delicate, jewel-toned flowers. But did you know you can grow a brand new African violet from just a single leaf? Floating gracefully above water? This plant is perfect for anyone who cherishes beauty but seeks simplicity. Select a young, vibrant leaf, make a clean cut with a bit of stem attached, and place it gently in a narrow-necked jar. As you wait, you'll witness something truly magical, tiny roots unfurling, and soon after, a small crown of life forming at the base. It's a quiet, patient kind of miracle, the kind of miracle that feels especially rewarding when the world around us moves too fast. Aluminum plant, watermelon palea. Next, we meet the playful aluminum plant, also known as the watermelon palea for its charming, silvery striped leaves that almost shimmer under light. Native to the tropical rainforests of Asia, this little beauty brings a splash of texture and brightness to any room. Growing it in water feels almost like watching a slow dance. First, the roots stretch delicately into the jar. Then the stems begin to grow sturdier, reaching upward. It's important to refresh the water every 2 weeks. And if you want to spoil your plant a little, a drop of hydroponic fertilizer once a month will keep those leaves vibrant and full of life. For anyone with a busy schedule but a heart full of dreams, the aluminum plant is a perfect companion. Arrowhead vine, Syngonium. The arrowhead vine, with its charming name and even more charming personality, is a plant that tells a story as it grows. When young, its leaves are shaped like perfect little arrows, simple, direct, full of youthful energy. But as the plant matures, the leaves become deeply lobed, almost as if they've weathered life's seasons and grown richer with experience. It's a wonderful metaphor for many of us who are growing and changing every day. This resilient beauty roots easily in a glass of clean water placed in a cozy corner with bright, indirect sunlight. Change the water weekly, and watch as the stems send out strong, healthy roots, eager to anchor themselves into new beginnings. Baby's tears. Imagine a soft, trailing carpet of the tiniest green leaves, so delicate they look like drops of water themselves. That's baby's tears, a plant that feels like pure gentleness. Growing baby's tears in water is a tender experience. Snip off a cluster of stems, place them into a jar, and watch as a dense mat of tiny leaves slowly spills over the edge like a living waterfall. Because these leaves are so fine, they need a little extra love. Change the water every week, and gently remove any submerged leaves that might decay. If you crave a touch of softness and serenity in your life, Baby's tears will weave a story of quiet beauty right into your home. Coleus. Ah, the bold and colorful Coleus. This plant is nature's own painting, offering leaves in brilliant splashes of pink, green, purple, and even fiery orange. Coleus doesn't just tolerate water propagation, it thrives on it. Cut a vibrant, healthy stem, strip away the lower leaves, and let it float in a clear vase like a royal banner waiting to unfurl. Within weeks, roots will sprout like tiny threads of hope. Adding a little compost tea to the water every month will help your Coleus put on an even grander display. For anyone who believes life should be a little more colorful, and who needs a daily reminder that boldness is beautiful, Coleus is a perfect choice. Part 2. Tropical Beauties, Vivid Splashes of Color. As we continue, let's wander into a world painted in bold strokes and dazzling hues, the tropical beauties. These plants don't just grow, they perform, bringing vibrant life to any corner they touch. Caladium. Meet the caladium, a plant so extravagant, it looks as though an artist took a brush to each of its leaves. Pink, red, green, white, sometimes all woven together into a mesmerizing mosaic. Caladium loves to grow from tubers, and even when placed in water, it continues its spectacular show. All you need is a gentle hand to clean the soil from its delicate roots, a pretty jar filled with fresh water, and a cozy spot away from harsh sunlight. Week by week, you'll watch new leaves unfurl like little flags of celebration. For those of you who long for color, softness, and a bit of tropical magic in your everyday life, the caladium is like bringing a small festival into your home. Chinese evergreen, Aglaonema. There's a quiet strength to the Chinese evergreen, a plant that asks for very little but gives so much in return. With its broad, glossy leaves often dusted with silver or streaked with pink, this tropical beauty can flourish almost anywhere, even in homes where natural light is scarce. Snip a healthy stem, let it drink from a clear glass, and watch its journey begin. Over a few patient weeks, roots will emerge, and with them, a sense of calm strength that fills the room. The Chinese evergreen is a steady companion for those of us balancing busy lives, reminding us that even in the midst of chaos, quiet growth is always possible. Croton. Now, if you're someone who craves a little drama, a little flair, the croton is calling your name. Few plants can match its audacity, deep greens splashed with fiery reds, oranges, and yellows. This plant is not for the faint of heart, it demands sunlight, warmth, and attention. Placed near a sunny window, its colors intensify, each leaf a brushstroke of untamed passion. Grow it in water, change that water faithfully, and every few weeks, offer a little nourishment with liquid fertilizer. For dreamers who believe life should be lived boldly, the croton stands proudly as a vivid reminder: be colorful, be fearless. Dieffenbachia, often called dumb cane. Though there's nothing simple about its elegance, Dieffenbachia is a tropical marvel with lush, patterned leaves that seem almost too perfect to be real. This plant grows fast, even in water, and its broad foliage can transform an empty corner into a living oasis. Place it in a clear vase, offer it a home with filtered light, and it will reward you with thick, vigorous growth. But a gentle warning: keep it away from pets and little ones, as its sap can be irritating if touched. For the careful, mindful gardener, Dieffenbachia becomes a bold, sculptural centerpiece, an anchor of green serenity. Dracaena. And then, we have Dracaena, the ultimate minimalist's plant. Sleek, modern, and effortlessly elegant, Dracaena brings a touch of sophistication to any setting. With just a simple stem cutting, trimmed neatly and placed in water, this plant begins its slow, graceful dance of growth. Its long, slender leaves reach upward, catching the light and softening even the sharpest edges of a room. Change the water weekly, and keep it in a spot where bright, indirect sunlight can kiss its leaves gently. Dracaena doesn't shout for attention, it quietly transforms the space, making it feel cleaner, calmer, and more alive. For those of you who cherish simplicity but crave the quiet company of living things, Dracaena is a lifelong friend. Part 3. Classic charmers, timeless favorites for indoor water gardens. Sometimes, it's the classics that capture our hearts most deeply, the timeless favorites that have graced homes for generations. Let's meet the plants that bring a sense of tradition, comfort, and enduring beauty to your indoor garden. English ivy. Graceful, timeless, and a little wild at heart, English ivy is the true storyteller of the plant world. Trailing elegantly from shelves, bookcases, or windowsills, its glossy green leaves weave an effortless tapestry of life wherever it grows. Starting English ivy in water feels almost too simple. Snip a healthy vine. Place it in a jar near a bright window, and watch it unfurl day by day. Within 2 to 3 weeks, roots will begin to form, anchoring it to its new life. English ivy reminds us that sometimes, the most meaningful things in life grow quietly, steadily, and beautifully over time. Fiddle leaf fig. The fiddle leaf fig is a showstopper in every sense of the word. With its large, violin-shaped leaves and commanding presence, it instantly becomes the focal point of any room it graces. Growing a fiddle leaf fig in water is like keeping a piece of the tropics by your side. Lush, bold, and quietly magnificent. Rotate it every few days to ensure it grows evenly, as these beauties love to stretch toward the light. Choose a sturdy, heavy-bottomed vase, because as your fiddle leaf flourishes, it may surprise you with its top-heavy splendor. If you dream of making a statement, a beautiful, living statement, this is your plant. Impatiens. For those who adore bursts of color and gentle blooms, impatiens are like tiny bouquets that never stop giving, thriving even in shady corners. These soft-stemmed flowers can easily be rooted in water and overwintered indoors. Simply snip a few stems before the growing season ends. Place them lovingly in a glass of water, and watch as they root and multiply, promising a fresh start for the next spring. Impatiens remind us that beauty doesn't always shout, it often whispers softly, showing up in corners we least expect with gentle resilience and charm. Monstera, Swiss cheese plant. Few plants capture the imagination quite like the monstera, with its giant, hole-punched leaves that seem to tell ancient stories of jungles far away. Known for its dramatic fenestrations, monstera is a favorite for creating that trendy, lush, tropical vibe we all secretly long for. Growing monstera in water feels like nurturing a piece of untamed wilderness right in your living room. Take a cutting with a few healthy nodes, place it in non-chlorinated water, and in a few short weeks, new roots will stretch out like explorers venturing into unknown lands. To keep the magic alive, refresh the water every few days and offer a little hydroponic fertilizer once a month. Monsteras are perfect for those who believe that even within 4 walls, adventure and wildness should never be too far away. Mint. Last for this section, but certainly not least, mint. Fresh, fragrant, and endlessly useful, mint is one of the easiest plants to grow in water, making it a perfect companion for beginners and seasoned gardeners alike. A simple stem cutting, a clean jar, and a sunny windowsill are all you need to start your mint journey. Roots will appear within just 10 days, racing toward life with a kind of joyful urgency that's hard not to smile at. Keep your mint thriving with weekly water changes and the occasional drop of hydroponic nutrients, and it will reward you with endless leaves for teas, recipes, and that sweet burst of freshness in your everyday life. If you ever needed proof that the simple things are often the sweetest, mint will remind you. Part 4. Zen Masters, Calm, Minimalist Greenery. After the boldness of the classics, it's time to step into a quieter garden, a place of peace, minimalism, and gentle beauty. These plants aren't here to dazzle. They're here to soothe your spirit and remind you that sometimes less truly is more. Lucky bamboo. If you've ever wished for a plant that radiates pure serenity, lucky bamboo is your answer. Despite its name, lucky bamboo isn't actually bamboo at all, but it carries the ancient symbolism of strength, resilience, and harmony. Growing lucky bamboo in water feels almost like creating a living sculpture. Place the sturdy stalks in a clear vase. Surround them with smooth pebbles or colorful gravel for stability, and watch them reach upward in graceful spirals or tight braids. Keep the water clean, offer indirect light, and this living symbol of good fortune will quietly flourish, filling your space with an energy that feels both grounded and uplifting. For anyone seeking not just greenery but also a touch of feng shui balance, lucky bamboo is a sacred ally. Peace lily. Few plants embody tranquility as beautifully as the peace lily, with its dark green leaves and pure white blooms that resemble little flags of peace. This plant brings a calming presence to any room. And yes, you can grow peace lilies directly in water. Gently wash the soil from their roots. Place them into a wide-mouthed jar, and ensure the base of the roots stay submerged while the crown remains dry. Peace lilies thrive in filtered light, and their quiet, upright beauty makes them perfect for bedrooms, meditation spaces, or any nook that needs a breath of stillness. They whisper a simple truth to us, even in the busiest days. We can find small moments of grace. Spider plant, charming and cheerful. The spider plant is like that effortlessly friendly neighbor everyone loves. Its arching green and white striped leaves spill out like fireworks, bringing movement and lightness wherever it grows. The real magic happens when you notice its babies, tiny plantlets dangling from slender stems. Ready to grow independently, snip one of these spiderets, place it in water, and watch roots sprout almost as if by magic. Spider plants are incredibly forgiving, thriving on little more than a sunny windowsill and clean water. For those who find joy in watching new life unfold easily and joyfully, the spider plant is a perfect daily reminder that growth can be lighthearted too. Pothos. The beloved pothos, perhaps the ultimate gateway plant for anyone new to indoor gardening. Golden pothos, marble queen, neon, whatever variety you choose, they all share one thing in common: near unstoppable growth. Place a cutting in water, and you'll almost hear it whisper, "Don't worry, I've got this." Roots race downward, vines stretch outward, and in no time at all, you'll have a beautiful, cascading curtain of green. It's perfect for busy souls, urban dwellers, or anyone who wants a taste of the jungle without any of the stress. Pothos teaches us that sometimes, thriving isn't about effort, it's about trusting nature to find its way. Philodendron heartleaf. Finally, meet the philodendron heartleaf, the romantic of the group. Its glossy, heart-shaped leaves trail down gently, creating an atmosphere of softness and love wherever it grows. Growing this plant in water is as effortless as loving it. A simple stem cutting, a clear jar, and a little patience. Within weeks, roots will form, winding through the water like delicate threads of connection. Philodendrons are perfect for those of us who cherish slow, steady growth, the kind that feels more like a companion than just a plant. It reminds us that beauty doesn't need to shout, sometimes it simply hangs quietly by your window, thriving in its own tender rhythm. Part 5. Essential tips for thriving water gardens. Now that you've met these 20 incredible companions, you might be feeling that familiar excitement, that pull to start your own little water garden. But before you dive in, let's pause for a moment. Because even the simplest green journeys are more beautiful when you walk them with a little wisdom in your pocket. Growing plants in water may sound effortless, and in many ways, it truly is. Yet, just like every relationship worth nurturing, it asks for a little attention, a little care, and a little understanding of what these green souls need to thrive. First and foremost, light is your best friend. Most water-grown plants love bright, indirect light. Imagine a spot near a sunny window, where the rays are soft and gentle, not scorching and fierce. Direct sun can cause overheating or encourage algae growth in your vessels, clouding the water and stressing the roots. So think of it as creating a cozy, well-lit room for your plants, a sanctuary where they can quietly unfold. Then comes the art of water care. Changing the water regularly is one of the most loving things you can do. Aim for once a week, or sooner if the water looks cloudy or smells off. Fresh, clean water keeps bacteria at bay and ensures your plants have enough oxygen to breathe. If you want to go a step further, let your tap water sit out for a day before using it. This allows any harsh chlorine to evaporate, creating a gentler environment for delicate roots. For those who want to see their plants truly thrive, consider adding activated charcoal at the bottom of your jars or vases. It's a simple trick, but it works wonders. Charcoal acts like a natural purifier, keeping the water clear, fresh, and free of odors, a small addition that makes a big difference. And let's not forget about feeding your green friends. While many plants can survive on water alone for quite some time, to truly flourish, they need a little nourishment. A gentle hydroponic fertilizer, added once a month or so, provides essential minerals and encourages lush, vibrant growth. Just a few drops, mixed carefully into their water, and you'll watch them respond with gratitude, new roots, new leaves, new life. Lastly, think about the homes you give them. Glass containers aren't just beautiful, they're practical. They let you keep a close eye on root development and water clarity, helping you catch any problems early. Choose vessels that suit the plant's size, small jars for delicate cuttings, wide vases for spreading roots, sturdy bases for taller, heavier plants. Above all, remember this: growing plants in water is not about perfection. It's about presence. It's about noticing small changes. It's about watching life unfold quietly on your windowsill. A daily whisper that even in a busy, complicated world, growth can still be simple, joyful, and astonishing. Your water garden awaits. And now, here we are, standing at the threshold of something new, something quietly beautiful. You've journeyed with me through a world where green life doesn't demand heavy pots of soil or backbreaking effort. A world where all it takes is a simple jar of water, a window full of soft light, and a heart open to patience and wonder. Maybe, as you listened, a few plants whispered to you, calling your name. Maybe you're already picturing where that graceful pothos will trail down your kitchen shelves, or imagining a serene little corner where a peace lily will bloom like a white candle in the soft morning light. Whatever vision stirred within you today, know this: you are more than capable of bringing it to life. You don't need to be a gardening expert. You don't need a giant greenhouse or endless free time. All you need is a little willingness to start. A small glass, a single cutting, and a few quiet minutes, here and there, to care. Because that's what building a home garden really is. It's not just growing plants. It's growing a relationship with life itself. It's a reminder, every day, that beauty grows where we choose to nurture it. So, wherever you are right now, whether in a sunny apartment, a cozy cottage, or a bustling city flat, your water garden awaits. Tiny roots are ready to reach. Tiny leaves are ready to unfurl. A little magic is ready to begin. Thank you so much for sharing this journey with me today, here on Earthly Delights. If this video sparked inspiration in your heart, I'd be honored if you would subscribe to our channel. Give this video a gentle thumbs up, and ring the bell so you'll never miss a new whisper of green wisdom. And I'd love to hear from you. Tell me in the comments, which plant are you most excited to start growing in water? Until next time, stay curious, stay grounded, and remember, every drop of water you offer a plant is a drop of life offered back to your soul.